going back to the schedule, if you have a class from 8 to noon, or your class that will be from 8 to noon, you will be participating in that virtually from the comfort of your office, your home, your car, wherever your room or space is. And then from 1 to 5, it would be the same thing. So the schedule has not changed, just the delivery or the modality of it being virtual. So you're still required to log on, to participate, just as you would if you were going to the classroom. Now, the faculty are extremely accommodating and extremely flexible. So if you know of a Saturday right now where you're not going to be able to attend, let's just say it's in October, our advice, Jenny and I, would be to communicate with that faculty member right now and say, hey, I may have a problem attending on October 10th. Is there any way I can get a copy of the recording of the lecture? Is there any, I'll work with my cohort, my classmates on getting caught up, but I got a business trip. Well, you're probably not traveling anywhere, but whatever. I have a business meeting or something along those lines where I can't make it. And if there is a problem, then that is where Jenny and or I can certainly adjust your schedule so that you're still taking 4 classes or whatever, and you're not falling behind. We'll put you into a different section, whatever the case is. But I would find that very rare. I mean, Jenny, feel free to back me up or not, in that our faculty will certainly accommodate you in any way that they can, but they need the more time and the more information they have, then the more accommodations and adjustments can be made. If you find yourself struggling, the more you communicate that to the faculty member, to your classmates, even to Jenny and or I, the more we can do to try and help you. But you got to let us know early on, because this program moves very, very quick. In 7 weeks, you're done. Then you're on to the next series. Then after those 7 weeks, you're on to the next series. So there's not a whole lot of time to fall behind. So if you are struggling and understanding something, get with the instructor. If he or she still isn't able to explain it in a way that you're understanding, we have tutoring available. You have your classmates. One of you in the cohort may be stronger in accounting or marketing than the other, whatever you're struggling with. So definitely rely on your classmates, and most importantly, rely on your faculty. So academic support services, these are all included within your tuition. So nothing is an additional cost here. Graduate writing consultation. If a faculty member is making a suggestion and or a recommendation for you to go to the Graduate Writing Center, obviously it would be virtually for the fall and all that stuff. Don't take it personally. Even if you've written books, published articles, doesn't matter. Whatever the faculty member wants or needs you to do, just get it done. It'll go a lot easier. It'll go a lot quicker. Even if you disagree with him or her, just do it, move on, and you'll be on your way after 7 weeks. I've had to do it within my doctoral program several times, and I thought I was an exceptional writer. Look, just do it, move it on, on to the next obstacle or task. And Jenny's heard me whine and complain many times about all the extra things that I've had to do, but whatever, it is what it is. So, and she'll probably hear more whining this fall. It may be virtually, but I'll still whine. So tutoring, again, I mentioned this, really the only thing, if you ever do need to use tutoring, the only thing that I think we would ever see you needing that for may be accounting. I know I keep picking on accounting and that sort of thing, but really the accounting is a field all in of itself. You got to know your credits, your debits, your balance sheets, your accounts receivables, payables, equations within all that stuff. And if you miss one little thing, it sets off the whole balance sheet, and then you don't complete the assignment correct. So that might be the only thing that I would see you needing tutoring for, if that. But again, the faculty really do take the time and focus and really try and help you understand whatever it is that you're having a problem with. Library support services. If you ever needed to get an article from a peer-reviewed journal or a specific type of journal, again, all that is free, and you would certainly just use the library online. You would just use the library support services for that. Student accounts, this is their main email address. I really don't envision or suggest you yourself reach out to the student account office if you see a problem with your tuition statement. If you do see a problem with your tuition statement, please reach out to Jenny or myself first. We really pride ourselves in this program on providing concierge service. If there's something we can't fix or help you out with, then we'll make the referral to the right area or to the right person. But I just wanted to make sure you all had this information so that you know that they do exist. But again, please start with us first. We'll be happy to try and get to the bottom of the problem or the situation beforehand. Our main focus is that you're just worrying about your studies. Understand the material, work with your cohort, and then we'll talk about the tours. Prepare, get excited for the tours, all that stuff. That's really what we want you to focus more of your energy and time on, not on reaching out to student accounts or financial aid if you don't have to or anything like that. Financial aid. This is our contact for the financial aid office. Now, I will give a full disclaimer that Jenny or I are not financial aid experts. We know enough to be dangerous. I'll talk about how financial aid is dispersed here as we move on in the presentation. So again, if there was a question you had, please start it with us, and then we'll connect you with the appropriate financial aid rep if there's something that we don't understand or have access to. The bookstore, all of your textbooks are available with the Ashland University bookstore. However, none of the faculty in the entire program will mandate that you purchase your book through the bookstore or it being brand new, unused, or anything like that. You're an MBA student, you're savvy, you're going to go for the most affordable option to get done what you need to get done. So if you needed to go to Amazon.com, I mean, all of you are students now, so you have that Prime membership opportunity, with Amazon. Take advantage of it. If you need to go to eBooks, half-price books, whatever, do what you got to do. Another thing that we've seen in Jenny and I's time of working together and doing the program, MBA students are savvy. So Greg C., if you bought the books for operations, Greg B., you bought the books for finance, and Myra, you bought the books for whatever, marketing. You all get together. As long as you're getting the content, that's really all that the faculty care about. They're not going to double check and make sure you got the book or from the bookstore or anything like that. Get the content, get the articles, do what you got to do to understand the material and get through the assignments, and obviously for your future. But that's the main goal, obviously, for all of that. Student accounts, this is their main email address. I really don't envision or suggest you yourself reach out to the student account office if you see a problem with your tuition statement. If you do see a problem with your tuition statement, please reach out to Jenny or myself first. We really pride ourselves in this program on providing concierge service. If there's something we can't fix or help you out with, then we'll make the referral to the right area or to the right person. But I just wanted to make sure you all had this information so that you know that they do exist. But again, please start with us first. We'll be happy to try and get to the bottom of the problem or the situation beforehand. There's a lot of different options to pay for your tuition. Number one is obviously to put it on your credit card. I do not recommend that. But again, we're all in a different financial situation. So if you are able to do that, God bless. Electronic check. I have never been charged a $4 service charge for submitting an electronic check. But if you are, you can't say you weren't told. I highly doubt that would ever occur though. Financial aid, one disbursement per semester. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through the presentation. Corporate reimbursement. If your company is offering any sort of reimbursement, please connect with us. We'll give you the appropriate forms for you to do that. There are also budget payment plans where whatever your balance is, the university can disperse it over 4 or 5 equal installments, depending on when you sign up for that. MBA career coaching, that is also included in your tuition, both as a current student as well as an alumni. So even, and no charge, both as a current student or as an alumni. If you needed help or you wanted some guidance or someone to look over your resume, give you interview tips, do a job search, like you're looking for an MBA in project management, what's going to pop up? How do I do this? Karen Hagens is the director of the Career Center and Life Calling. So she will be your MBA career coach, work with you one-on-one. Anyway, so right now, here is our schedule. So we're going to talk a little bit more in detail about this. So you guys will all start with MBA 503 in the morning. This will be your 8 to noon course, beginning on Saturday, August 29th. And then MBA 501 will be your 1 to 5 course. Again, you're responsible for logging on to Blackboard. You're responsible for participating. Dr. Jacobs will be teaching your 503. He's an associate dean, or he's our associate dean. He's absolutely fantastic, really explains the material in a way that whether you have industry experience or you don't, whether your bachelor's or your academic background was in business or if it wasn't, he really explains the material in a way that you will understand. And if you don't understand something, it's fine, just ask. But he's really, really very patient, very responsive, very student-focused and student-centered, as are actually all the faculty that you're going to have. Now that I'm looking at your lineup, really all the faculty that you're going to have in this program. So the MBA 501 is taught by Dr. Deb Westerfeld. She, too, is a very down-to-earth, I mean, you're going to learn the theory, but what's more important is not only the theory, but how you can apply it now, not how you can apply it when it was first written in 1964 or 1983 or whenever the theory first came out, or methodology or, you know, whatever. That's really what I feel differentiates our MBA program from others. We teach you what you need to know for that, for that day or that assignment, but then you're also able to apply it on Monday when you go to work. So this virtual study tour has really several components. Number one, the students will be working on a consulting project with Oracle. And so our dean will be the instructor of the course. This is for academic credit. You will be meeting every single Saturday. For those of you taking the virtual study tour, you will be meeting every single Saturday with high-ranking executives from Oracle. It will be virtual, but it will be from 8 to noon live on those Saturdays from October 24th to December 12th. The other components we are building, or we have built in, involve cultural experiences. So we've got a scavenger hunt of Prague. And the Oracle executive will be from Prague. So this won't be an Oracle domestic stateside representative or executive. This will be someone working currently right now overseas in Prague. So it really, the cultural experiences will help you as you're going forward in designing your work for the consulting project. Before you make that pitch to all these executives, you'll take what you're learning in the cultural experiences, such as the virtual tour, the scavenger hunt, the cooking class that we're doing. You'll be going to the grocery store, just like on The Apprentice, not together. Well, you could go together if you wanted to, but it's not going to be timed or anything like that. But it'll be just like, you know, whatever, Hell's Kitchen, joking. And no one's going to be calling you a donkey or anything like that. But, you know, you'll get the ingredients. We're going to try and throw in some beer tasting, like telling you what if you're a beer drinker, which beer in Prague you would go for, which wine you should go for, that sort of thing, for what you can purchase locally here. So it's really interactive, very experiential, but that consulting project is really going to be the key thing, because you will be graded on your team's performance and pitch to these executives, just as if you would be working here stateside with clients or with companies overseas. You'd be doing very similar stuff. I mean, this is as real as what we can get.
He said if we skip the virtual tour, will there be a chance for a second trip in the spring? So normally in a normal world, we have a tour every March and May. So the hope is that we'll be able to travel in March, but right now we're hopefully by May, things will be going forward with Israel. You're not required to take the virtual study tour. If you want to wait and kind of delay your graduation to when we can travel, you're certainly able to do that. It's basically just up to the student on what's the bigger priority. So if you're looking to graduate in a year, this is your best option. If you're okay with maybe delaying it a semester or a session or two because you want that travel experience, then you can do that as well. So you're not locked into anything really. We can just work with me on creating a schedule that best fits what you're looking for.
So you are billed for only what you enroll into. Okay, so it's not like you need to drop 33,900 right now unless you want to give Jenny or I a blank check. We'll happily, take care of that for you. But so you're only billed for what you enroll into. So that is, there's 10 classes in the program. It's $3,390 per class. Here's your second math lesson. That's how we get up to the $33,900. And so if you take 4 classes in the fall or in the spring, you would, if you follow this sequence, or at least 4 of however you would be registering in terms of altering the virtual tour for a different elective and things of that nature, you would be billed at $13,560 for 4 courses. But again, if you take 3 courses, whatever that math is, I haven't had enough coffee yet to do that. But 2 courses is $6,780. So however you want to do it, Jenny and or I can certainly make it happen, however much or little you want to enroll into per semester. And that's what you are only billed for, is whatever you enroll into. If you see something to the contrary on your tuition statement, please let us know immediately so we can get it resolved. But you will only be billed for whatever you enroll into. If you follow what we had just gone over, you would be at $13,560 for the fall, $13,560 for the spring, and then $6,780 for the summer. So students are billed at the beginning of each semester. Financial aid is going to have 3 disbursements, okay? Now, for the fall and the spring, the maximum that you will be dispersed is $10,250. And that has nothing to do with your credit. It has nothing to do with anything other than what the federal government allows, okay? So for that difference, you can do a number of different things. You can take that balance and put it on your credit card. You can divide it up into 5 equal installments. You can use your corporate reimbursement if you have that. You can also apply for what's called a Grad Plus loan. The Grad Plus loan will run a credit check, okay, on your credit. So it's just like applying for a regular loan. However, the interest rate is the same as your federal financial aid rate. So nothing is inflated. You're not going to go over the, in terms of the cost of the program, the 33.9 or anything along those lines. Now that's where, again, that's basically the information for what Jenny and I know enough to be dangerous. Now we do not have, Jenny or I do not have access to, why someone was only eligible for X, or, hey, my loan wasn't applied, what's going on? Again, you can certainly start with us, and that's perfectly fine. But we will then most likely be referring you to the financial aid office for further, because they're the only ones that have access to a student's personal financial situation or background. But again, so that's how that works. Now, for the summer, summer is never awarded, or students are never awarded financial aid in the summer, but that's again where that Grad Plus loan comes into play to take care of that. And we're going to talk about tuition discounts, options you have, opportunities you have, and things of that nature here in a second. But that's basically the overall cost for the program. And that's including tuition, not including books. That cost does not include books, but that does include tuition. It does include the airfare, hotel accommodations when we do go abroad, obviously the virtual tour, and all this other stuff that we've talked about in terms of tuition and fees. And again, we can modify, if something happens, you need to slow the program down, you want to delay your graduation for that second tour opportunity, so we're only going to put you into 1 class for this specific term, not a problem, but you will never, no matter what happens, you will never exceed $33,900, no matter how long it takes you to get through the program. You are locked in at that rate, regardless of any upcoming tuition increases that may occur. If you do room with a fellow classmate, we only room students of the same gender. We are not doing a guy and a girl or any other combination. So you'll have your pick as to who you would like to room with. If you would, if the two Gregs want to room together, and then Lucas, Dwayne, if you took your son Lucas, you certainly could. We offer spouse packages, guest packages, all that stuff. So as soon as we have all those pricing and details and whatnot, we will certainly make all of you aware of that. But I just wanted to make you aware, we stay right on the Mediterranean in Tel Aviv, and it is an absolute gorgeous hotel. We've always had blasts whenever we've stayed there, the 2 times we've gone. If you look in the middle picture, you will see that gentleman with his thumb up floating in the Dead Sea. That is yours truly. My advice is that when you do go to the Dead Sea, do not shave. Because no matter, like, I shaved my face that morning, and when I back my head in, the minerals or whatever's in the Dead Sea, it just burns. I mean, it heals, but it just burns. So definitely don't shave that day that we go to the south, is my suggestion. The gentleman on the far right, that's our dean. That's Dr. Elad Granot. Again, he'll be your instructor for the course. We visited a company where they were looking at alternative sources of protein using insects. And so we all got to sample, if you wanted to, like a grasshopper or whatever. I chose not to. The dean didn't eat it, but of course we did a photo op, and there were students who did. And so all of them said it was just different. I'll take them at their word. I am not doing it. I will take a big fillet of steak before a grasshopper any day of the week. So, as will the dean. And then if you look on the lower left, that was all of us at the Western Wall or the Wailing Wall. We will take any opportunity we can for a group photo and, show our banner, do a lot of social media. It's all about marketing and word of mouth and, referrals. I mean, look at almost all of you. Dwayne, I don't know your story, but I know that Myra, right? Okay, good. And then the 2 Gregs, they were both referred. Some way, shape, or form. So, anything we can do to showcase what we do on these tours. And there is a business side to it. I'll get to that in a second. But these are all like the cultural things. And all of these things are all included with your tuition. None of these did a student have to pay for to go to the Wailing Wall or to go to the Dead Sea or to stay in the hotel. That's all included within the tuition. And then the final picture on your lower right, and I knew I had an assignment today, which was to look up where that location is. And darn it, it still escapes me. But that is, it's in the desert. It's in the south. It's on the same day we would go to the Dead Sea. It overlooks, the dean's going to kill me for not remembering where that is. But anyway, it's a really cool historical site. Tallest mountain, I believe, in southern Israel. So again, all of that is all included within the tuition. That's kind of all the cultural things. So we always, again, will make sure you are being immersed into the culture, learning about the history, learning about fun little facts, language, like key sayings, things of that nature, because we really want to make sure that you're gaining that when you go over there. We just solidified a deal with Doordash, where all of you are going to receive a Doordash Pass, good for the entire length of your program, where this pass, at no cost to you, will cover all of the delivery charges and taxes, I believe. So if you use Doordash, or if you don't, try and use it now and get your money's worth and all that stuff. But again, no matter how much you order, if you order crab and steak and all that stuff, you're paying for the crab and the steak, but we're paying for everything else. Okay, so that is completely and utterly on us. Again, throughout the duration of the program, whether you're buying for your family, yourself, whatever. The other thing that we're doing is all of you will have a $500 credit. So your first $500 of food is on us. So again, it's a way that we're trying to help you, because normally we'd be feeding you breakfast and lunch at the Columbus Center throughout the duration of the program. Well, since we're not doing that, we wanted to still put your tuition dollars to use and to work. So this was a way that we could do that for you guys, so that nothing was interrupted. And so more details and information will be forthcoming. We're still solidifying all the finite, things for that. But take a look at the Doordash Pass, what it covers now. I'll be sending out email communications regarding all that. And so I hope you guys take advantage of it. I hope it goes well used for you and your family in this current situation.
Quick thing. So can the tuition be deferred to the end of the semester for our reimbursements?
Yes. So if you have a corporate reimbursement, there is a form we need you to fill out. Good question. There's a form we need you to fill out. Jenny or I can give that to you at no problem. What you will owe is 25% of your tuition upfront.
Okay.
Then you can defer the remaining 75% for 30 days after your grades are posted for the entire semester, not per session. So I don't want you thinking you need to start paying it in whatever, November for what you did in August through October. It's just the entire semester.